don't apologize for being you. Smell me? Don't apologize for being you. Somebody can't handle you, whose problem is it? It's their problem, not yours. That's how you should live your life, without having to conform to other people's beliefs, ideologies, or what they approve of. Ultimately, you should be doing what you want to do. This is a beautiful planet. I'm in Oklahoma right now. Beautiful. I like this state. In fact, there's a part of me that wants to move here. And I'm not going to apologize because my thoughts and ideas and beliefs and who I am, the core of who I am, is not to your standards. Because I can give a fuck. You know what I mean? I can care less what you think, what anyone thinks. Because ultimately, this is your life. Live it how you want to live it. Do not conform to society standards. Do not conform to what your celebrities or musicians are doing or wearing, like fashion. Get out of that mindset. Get out of this whole, you need to be like this. You need to go to school. You need to get a job. You need to do this, that, and the third. Be brave. Don't just do what everybody else wants you to do. What society is considered normal. Because this is a terrible thing. Because you're destroying the fabric of who you are. And in fact, I believe that most people do not know themselves. Do not understand who they are. They understand that they think, where their mind goes at times, what things they like, what movies they like, but they don't know themselves. I made a video called Who Are You? And in this video, I describe a lot to do with who you're not. You're not, and I'm going to reiterate this stuff because, you know why? Because a lot of the new subscribers aren't looking back at my previous videos, so they're not up to date and understand where I'm coming from. So I'm going to reiterate this stuff. I seen a movie called Anger Management. It had Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler, and those are the only two I remember. It was a long time ago since I've seen that movie. A long time ago, whenever it came out, right? In that movie, Jack, whatever part he played, right, as the anger management guy, like he's taking care of Adam. First time they meet, but first time they have the meeting. Maybe first time they meet, I don't remember the movie. Jack asks Adam, "Who are you?" And Adam played around with those words. Kept saying things like, well, I work here, I have a wife. No, that's just your profession and that's your wife. Who are you? And then he'll be like, oh, who am I? Well, I like soccer and baseball or whatever he said, right? No, those are your hobbies and those are the sports you enjoy. That doesn't tell me who you are. And ended up going cycling like 3 or 4 times. And he asked him again, I just want to know who you are. And Adam flips. He goes, I don't know what you're asking me, or something like that, right? Again, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but this is what I remember. And it wasn't when I watched that movie when I realized how important that was. But that is the underlining thing to do and morph your whole reality. Because we're so caught up in sports, we're caught up in our wife, we're caught up in everything else, that we don't know who we are. And until we know who we are, how can you be true to yourself? In philosophy, I believe it was Socrates. If I got this wrong, I apologize. It might be Aristotle, right? The key element to understanding philosophy is to know yourself. Know thyself. I think it was Socrates. If it was Aristotle or who the fuck ever, I apologize. I'm not trying to give misinformation out there, but it might be misinformation. But, okay. I apologize. I'm on a bridge right now in a dam, over a dam in Oklahoma, so if I gotta kind of be watching my it's very windy today. Like, I'm really scared about losing my semi because of wind. I seen a video where a semi just kind of was driving by and the wind just kind of took it. And I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm kind of paying extra attention. All right, diving back to what I was talking about. If you don't know yourself, you are going to conform to those around you, to your environment, to everything around you. You're going to be feeling the stress of trying to conform at all times. Should I say this? Should I not say this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I wear this? Should I not wear this? But it's not until you know yourself and feel comfortable in your own shoes, in who you are. So you got to figure out who you are. You need to understand who you are. And then you have to be who you are. Meaning, you're not conforming to anything else. You're not trying to be something else. You are literally who you are. And who you are in essence is not something I can explain to you, right? Like, I can't explain to you who you are. Like, I cannot, because I'm stuck with people around me in a constant state of trying to be accepted, in a constant state of trying to be something else that they're not. To understand who they are, they need to cut out all the hobbies and understand their favorite football team isn't who they are, even if they have a fucking shrine of this shit, right? I almost said a story that was relevant, but I'm glad I didn't. And if you don't understand who you are, how can you be free? Right? How can you be free? You can't. You can't have the freedom of your own mind if you are in a constant state of trying to feel accepted or trying to be somebody else. Try to be fashionable. You know, you might wear a ball cap and, you know, nice brand new Jordans and you're trying to be fly. And that's not who you are. That might be the persona you want to give off. Like when a white person tries to act black, what do we call them? We call them a wigger, right? Why do we call them this? Because that's not who they are. And a lot of people have the notion that because people accept them for what they've tried to become, that is actually who they are. However, this is more fake than true. Now, it wasn't until my 20s where I finally realized who I am. In fact, this was probably about 6 years ago. Like, I was like 24 years old. And that's around the time where I really, really started to evaluate who I am, what's around me, etc. Well, 7 years ago, maybe even 8, to a higher level, right? To actually truly understand. When I was 16 years old, for the most part, I hung out with ghetto people. And because of that, I basically was a product of my environment. I thought being ghetto was cool. I liked rap music. I wore baggy jeans. I wore shirts that went down to my fucking knees. And, you know, I even contemplated one day of getting a grill. I walked by the mall, and I was with my girl, and I said, I'm going to get that grill, because I was a drug dealer at the time. I was playing the role of being this ghetto white kid, right? I know it's hard for you guys to see, you know, who I am today, but I was that guy. I was that guy that was, others might think that I'm trying to act black. So I would be a wigger in a lot of people's eyes, even though I think it was very rare when people called me that. But it wasn't until I moved out into the country when I was 17. Yeah, it was right before I turned 18. And I moved out into the country, and I'm talking, you know, ghetto talk, ghetto New York talk. And I'm dealing with people who aren't ghetto, because I'm out in the country now, about 20 miles from where I lived in a city. And what people ended up calling me was like, you're a wigger, dude. I don't know why you're acting black. Now, I went to this country school when I lived out in the country before that. And I ended up moving to the city And, well, ultimately, I became a product of my environment, and then I moved back to the country a year and a half or so later, right? And I'm dealing with all these white kids, and I have no idea how to act. So I've just been acting my normal, what I felt was my normal self, which was this ghetto mentality, which was this persona, which was my accent. And people thought it was cool because, hey, we're hanging out with a ghetto white kid. This is pretty cool. I mean, there's aspects of that, but at the end of the day, I realized I feel out of place. Now I got to be a product of this environment. So I was 17 years old, and it was actually until I was 18 when I actually started to become white, right? Now, granted, being white or black, that's not who you are either. So let's get that out of the way. But when I was 17, I had to try to act white. So I kind of forced myself acting white, and I ended up losing my accent. I ended up losing a lot of aspects about me. I started wearing regular clothes. I remember going to the store, buying a regular pair of jeans. I think it was like a Levi's or some shit. And I remember, oh my God, this is so weird. I'm actually doing it. I'm becoming white. And I remember going to school and people looking at me like, oh shit, you're actually changing. And my accent started to fade throughout my senior year in high school. And I ended up becoming the white person. Now, did I still like rap and did I still have my hobbies? Sure. But I had to dress the part of being white. I mean, this accent you hear today, it's a result from forcing this because I was a product of my environment, and I thought that's who I was. But I couldn't have been further from the truth. A little side story. But that's not who you are. You're not your environment, you're not your hobbies, you're not your job, you're not any of these things. When you go into public, or you're going out on a date, let's say, and you're a lawyer, what's the first thing you say? Oh, I'm a lawyer, because you think that that's who you are, and that's who she's going to like. She's going to like the lawyer, because he's wearing a suit and tie and has money. And, yeah, so that is not who you are. That's who you pretend to be, right? Because imagine if there was no lawyers. There was no, let's say we're in a tribal situation, right? How would you be in that tribal situation 2,000 years ago, let's say? Let's say 5,000 years ago. How would you be in that tribal situation? No, you can't play that lawyer part. No, that's just a role. That's just your character. You're just an actor, right? If you're in that tribal situation 5,000 years ago, you can't play that role, can you? So you can't say that's who you are, because that is not who you are. Now, who you are is the same no matter your circumstance, no matter your environment. However, these do play a role in manipulating how you act in reference to your environment and your surroundings and government and law and everything has to do with it, right? Because if there wasn't any rules, right, and you were born into a world with no rules, let's say it was anarchy, but, you know, everyone lived on a peaceful philosophy. Come on, go down this rabbit hole with me. And in this peaceful existence, there's no rules, so in your mind, you're not thinking about breaking the rules, you're not thinking about these things because they don't apply, right? So how would you act in that world as opposed to, let's say, you have a bunch of rules and you live 35 years with rules and laws, and then all of a sudden, boom, the government crumbled, now there is no rules, now there's no food, nothing to survive, and it's everyone free-for-all, right? Like it's a tragedy that is going to affect everybody, and now there's no rules. Now how you act in that environment is going to be a hell of a lot different. And in these two scenarios, you are still you as long as you're playing you, meaning you don't have to play at all. You don't have to have the stress of trying to conform to other people, what their acceptance is for you, right? Because you don't give a fuck, because you're you. And especially in stressed out times or in peaceful times, you don't have to worry about having to be yourself, because that's who you are. So in these two scenarios, your environment's a hell of a lot different, but you have to play a role in these environments or else it wouldn't make sense. Because if you're trying to be somebody else, it screws up the paradigm. Can't be at peace because you're in stress. So if you're in the lawless, beautiful anarchy utopia, right? If you're in that scenario, you wouldn't be stressed. You wouldn't have that stress of feeling accepted because you're at peace and you can be who you are. And in the other aspect, you weren't yourself generally, but you had to be yourself in a state of survival. But there's environmental aspects at play that change what you do, because what you do is still not who you are. So the biggest element in this is knowing who you are. Now, that is the question. This is the question I cannot explain to you. This is the question that is most crucial, because you're not going to find pure happiness if you don't know who you are, and if you're playing other roles, and if you're worried about acceptance, and you're worried about if your boyfriend's going to find you fat or something. No, that's not who you are. This is stressful. This isn't who you are. This is who you become because of your misunderstanding of who you are. In a nutshell. So that is the question, and I hope you ponder this. Understand that you're not your job, you're not your hobby, you're not your likes, your dislikes, if you're into brunettes, whatever. That's not who you are. Oh, I'm an ass guy. That's not who you are. You know what I mean? We all like ass, right? But that's not who you are. And if you limit yourself by the things that you think that you are, you're not going to be the things that you actually are. Right? So if you're an ass guy and you've put it into your mind in this belief structure that you're an ass guy, it's not like you're not going to find breasts attractive, but in the long run, you're going to be looking for girls with ass, or the ass type that you like the most. And that's not who you are, and this is going to affect your life, right? I'm going to tell you the secret of who you are so you can start identifying deeper. You are a soul. You are a spirit. You are a spirit inhabiting a body. That is who you are. You're not your body. Now, I know I keep telling you who you're not. Now I'm telling you who you actually are. So then you can identify further down the loop. Oh, great. These guys aren't going to let me over, are they? Who you are is a soul. It's a spirit. It is the essence of consciousness of who you are. It is not even your mind. Your mind is not you. This is why you meditate. You meditate to get out of your mind. That is why you meditate. Now, you are not your body. You can move your body. You can use your body. Think of it like you're driving a car. If you're driving a vehicle, you are not the vehicle, right? You possess the vehicle. However, you are not the vehicle. You can use the vehicle, you can turn the vehicle, you can go wherever the fuck you want in the vehicle. Same thing with your body. That's all it is. It's a vessel. That's it. Now, who you are makes a big difference. Now, who you are is stuff like your ambition, your drive. These kind of aspects and qualities are of qualities of who you are. So if you are getting fat and out of weight, and you know you're getting out of weight and you're not able to get met, and you don't have the drive to figure out where you're going wrong in this and fixing your body and then obtaining the greatest amount of health and stamina or whatever, if you're not going that route and you're getting fatter and fatter and fatter, that tells me more who you are than your fashion clothes, than all the other things that you're dealing with. Now again, you are not your body, but it's just like how you take care of your car, right? You're having a car and it's breaking down all the time and you're getting accidents all the time and you're not changing your oil and shit's just going wrong with your car, and it's relatively, not too old, and all the shit's going on with it. Well, that's a product of you. This tells me who you are more than you telling me, right? Like, I have these hobbies and I like sports, and every Saturday night I go watch the game at the bar. And fuck off. That's not who you are. That's what you do. So, if you're taking care of your body, that tells me better who you are. If you're really looking forward to taking care of your body, I'm seeing you jogging on the road, that's an attractive quality. I'm falling in love with who you are, not your body. But the body's a perk, obviously, right? As a guy, you can obviously say that the body's going to be a perk, but when you're looking at a girl jogging, she might not even have the best body, but the ambition and drive might turn you on. Those qualities, right? To get better and look better. Maybe she had children and she wants to look better for her husband. Things of that nature, right? So I hope I've kind of explained enough of who you are and who you're not, so you can actually take the time and develop an idea of who you are instead of who you like to be. Oh, this cool haircut, all the girls like me now, this is who I am. No, you're not your fucking haircut. Get that right out of your head. You're not your accent. You're not these things. These things are not who you are. Who you are is something that only you know, and you have to bring it out. And this requires a lack of trying to be something else, a lack of trying to feel accepted. And it's a way of being at peace. You know when you're around your right friends, when you don't have to watch what you say. You're around your friends, your good friends, if you don't have to watch what you say. You know why? Because generally speaking, that's closer to who you are. So, 23 minutes, I hope you guys get an understanding of what I'm trying to explain here. And this obviously, just like every single one of my videos, ties into especially happiness. And that's the overall goal, right? You've heard me cursing at other cars on the road, and you might think it's road rage, and then the smile comes on immediately after, because I'm at peace and I don't give a fuck ultimately, right? So don't stay in your unhappy place. Watch my video on antidepressants, or is it natural antidepressants? Watch all my videos. They're all very, very relevant to your happiness. And I hope you guys get something out of this video and you start identifying who you are. Because I'm not here to tell you who you are. You need to bring out who you are. See you guys.